Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's energetic forecast. Welcome if this is your first time tuning into my channel. My name is Stephanie, and each week I do some Akashic Records keywords that I channel during the week, as well as some oracle card guidance and crystal energy for the coming week to give us a bit of an energetic head start. So this week we are doing a video for August 7th through the 13th, 2022. If you stumble across this video outside that time frame and the guidance feels relevant to what you're going through or working with at that time, then it is relevant for you. But during the week of August 7th through the 13th, we do have a couple astrological events. If you tune in regularly, you will know that I am not an astrologer. I know very, very little. So if any of my astrologer friends want to chime in the comments, absolutely feel free to. We have the Lionsgate portal on Monday, 8/8. Yes, Monday is 8/8. So my understanding of the Lionsgate portal is it's an astrological event, but also an energetic event. It happens around the week of August 8th every year and is felt most strongly. The influence is felt most strongly on August 8th itself. And so this is when the sun in Leo, the star Sirius, Orion's belt, and the earth all line up astrologically, so in the sky. So it is great for manifesting. It is called an energetic portal that kind of opens up to allow us to work more potently, I'll say, more effectively, efficiently on the things we've been working to create or manifest. So that's on Monday. And then on Thursday, the 11th, we have a full moon in Aquarius. So we will talk a bit about those things during the reading. This week, we're going to use crystal deck number 6 from healingcrystals.com for our crystal energy. We are going to use this little Starseeds deck for I want to say most of the week. And we will use the Moonology Manifestation deck for our full moon energy on Thursday. But also the Spirit Animal deck. I know a lot of decks this week. The Spirit Animal Oracle deck for our Lionsgate energy on Monday. And so a couple of these cards I did pull ahead of time. If you're a regular viewer, you know that I get the cards ready ahead of time, but I don't peek at them. This week, I did peek a little because I drew a specific card from the Spirit Animal deck for our Lionsgate portal energy on Monday, and I did draw the specific card that corresponds with the full moon in Aquarius for Thursday. So the rest of it will still be a surprise to me. So let's talk about our 3 keywords from the Akashic Records this week. These are just 3 words that I channel during a meditation while I am doing some work in the Akashic Records each week. And I ask what's going to be most relevant, what's going to be the best guidance for those who are trying to make their way through the coming week, just to get a little jump start on things. And the 3 keywords I got this week were ego, discernment, and reconsideration. I also did get the word drama, but it was kind of like the energy surrounding that was like things are going to be heightened. And I don't know if it's because of this Lionsgate portal and the full moon kind of running into each other. You know, the energy of the full moon starts a few days before the full moon, and the energy of the Lionsgate expands a little before and past the 8th itself. So could be that these energies kind of collide or really amp things up this week. So I did get that kind of bonus 4th keyword of drama, but it was kind of lighthearted. Like, yeah, it's going to be some dramatic energy this week. Not that it's going to be anything we can't handle. We are all, I think, because of the level of self-awareness that we have cultivated in our lives over the past couple of years, or however long we've been working on, you know, our soul's growth and personal growth. I feel like it has really accelerated over the past couple of years, and we have new tools in our toolbox for dealing with drama. So it wasn't, you know, something to be feared, but just something to be aware of, that this energy this week is going to be amped up and possibly dramatic. So just keep that in mind. So the 3 keywords then: ego, discernment, and reconsideration. The guidance I got around ego was, you know, ego is always kind of, it's a very much a part of our human nature and our human experience. We're not trying to just get rid of our ego, but we are trying to keep it in balance with our intuition and with our spiritual side. So being aware of maybe things that are coming from your ego, or when it's getting a little out of balance and your ego is leading, just kind of being aware of that this week, because the ego is very limiting. It says, no, you can't do that. It's not a great idea. No, too scary. We should put the brakes on. We should put some limits in place. And those are all false beliefs. I mean, we really are unlimited beings while we're here, and we came to experience everything we want to experience. We came to have everything we want to have. But our ego kind of tries to make us feel a little bit smaller sometimes, or a little bit inadequate sometimes, or like we have limitations. So just being aware that not to let your ego lead this week. And then discernment was kind of connected to that, using your discernment to know when it is best to put some limitations in place, when it is best to put the brakes on. So using your intuition to know when your ego is leading you properly, or when it is just being in a space of fear, lack, or limitation. So using discernment and letting your intuition lead, and knowing that there is a space for the ego in our lives. And then reconsideration, the message I got was getting out of the kind of same old, or kind of busting out of the status quo. And I think I got this a couple weeks ago, where it was kind of like a visual of a record player, and it's so easy for the needle of a record player, if any of you are old enough to remember what a record player is, like me. It's just easy for it to stay in the track, but that's not always when we're dealing with our lives, it's not always best for our growth to stay in that same easy track. So reconsideration is about reconsidering that path, that track, and saying, okay, should I do something differently? Have I been letting my ego lead? Has that led to some limiting beliefs, or are my actions limited by that? How can I use my discernment to know when that is best, and when it is best, to realize that I'm being limited and go with my intuition, and saying, okay, I'm ready to reconsider some of the ways I've done things in the past. I can see, through this lens of discernment, what is best at this time. So getting out of the same old, shaking up the status quo this week. So let us talk about our crystal energy. And we got blue opal, which I love. And the 3 keywords are inner strength, intuition, and change. So this is exactly what I was talking about, using our intuition instead of our ego. Inner strength, connecting with, our personal power and what we've been working on, and change, reconsideration. So same energy. The mantra or affirmation you can use to connect with the energy of this crystal this week is, I am confident. And that's what that is, not letting the ego lead requires a bit of self-confidence, right? So then, let's see, Sunday, we have the vision card. So the vision card says, trust in your ability to create the vision in your soul. So that's connected really to that discernment energy, and discerning our vision and what's being shown to us. Is it from a place of ego? Is it from a place of intuition? What's the balance we need right now? So vision, and trusting your ability to create the vision in your soul, trusting the path you're on for your soul's growth. Then Monday. So Monday is 8/8 Lion's Gate. And I did draw ahead of time the Lion Spirit card from this beautiful Spirit Animal Oracle deck. And the Lion Spirit says, be generous of spirit. So the message I get around the Lion Spirit is having a sense of worthiness, right? So, and that's what it takes. That's what it takes to let go of the ego and trust your intuition, is having a sense of worthiness that allows you to comfortably express yourself, to authentically express yourself. And through that expression, you give authentically to others. So it's being generous of spirit is about giving of yourself to others, and you do that by being your authentic self, which takes some bravery sometimes, the energy of the lion. And then Tuesday, we have the observation card. Interesting. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. So we have vision followed by observation. And observation is what I've been talking about with that discernment card, about observing maybe this week, what's the ego, what's the intuition, where's the balance, what do I need to reconsider? Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix. So not being reactionary this week, especially with that little bonus keyword of drama. Don't be reactionary, be in a space of observation. And then on the heels of that, Wednesday, we have the intuition card, which is kind of the opposite energetically of the ego. So the intuition card says, trust your intuition. It has been guiding you to the answers you seek. So we have vision, observation, and intuition, which is coming up in the 3 keywords as well. So knowing that this is a week to tune in, trust yourself, trust the intuitive guidance you're getting. And then Thursday, we have that full moon in Aquarius, which says, be real. And I will read, a little bit from the guidebook for this one. So it says, find a balance between being real and trying to please all of the people all of the time. And that is, maybe we use our ego to do that sometimes. Maybe we, it's that reconsideration energy where we're being asked to bust out of the status quo, or the same old, or that same path, that same track on the record. And really be more authentic, which is what the Lion Spirit card indicates. So finding that balance, and the balance between ego and intuition this week. It says life goes in cycles, and that's okay. The more you can accept that, the easier this phase will be for you. The truth empowers me and sets me free. So that's the mantra or affirmation you can use this week. The truth empowers me and sets me free, which is, that sense of worthiness we have to have in order to speak authentically and speak our truth. So this is all very cohesive, very much about stepping into our power, telling the ego to take a back seat. It serves a purpose, but it doesn't need to be the driver. And we're going to just kind of be authentic and truthful this week, forever, not just this week, in our lives in general. So then Friday, our card is truth. Speaking authentically, speaking truthfully, living our truth, which is very powerful, and so it does require a sense of worthiness, of feeling like we have the right to be authentic and truthful. The truth card says, see your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. And again, courage, very much the energy of the lion. I'm going to start putting these this way because I'm running out of space. And then Saturday, last day of the week, this dramatic ego take a back seat kind of week. We have the reflection card, which is a great way to wind up this week. It says, see all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. So diving deep, what's the hidden self? What mirrors your true self is your ego self, right? So letting that go, letting that facade go, letting that ego self go, and seeing yourself through a new lens, the lens of reconsideration, that 3rd keyword, and using your discernment to know the difference. So, knowing, okay, I'm going to reconsider my thoughts, my processes, my actions, my reactions to things, so that I am able to discern what is coming from the ego, what is coming from my true self, my authentic self, my soul self, what I came here to work on, my powerful self, my real self, and spending some time in reflection about what has happened, what we've uncovered this week. So I knew it was going to go. That is our reading for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to connect on a deeper level through an Akashic Records reading, I will leave my information for private readings in the description box, and I will see you next week. Have a great week.